All right, welcome, folks. Lead Revival 2020, which we're doing in 2022. The crowd's getting amped up, and the finalists are about to roll out here and have their preview of the route. Okay, so you're going to be hearing a lot of me today. My name is Adam, and I will be your host for the live stream. Try to talk you through what I can. As far as these routes go, I was part of the setting team. I'm pretty comfortable with how the routes are going to go. I think we're going to have a great show. When they come out here, you'll see the men checking out the pink holds, which were from Flathold. They're all Flatholds routes, or the pink hold is all from Flathold, and the blue route is all from Legacy. You'll see their banner at the bottom. Legacy sent us a banner for that. So here you see your finalists. We had a tie for 8th in men's, so there's actually going to be 9 men climbing and 8 women. And here they go. Okay, so I'll give you a little rundown of how the first round went. We had a flash format contest this morning, and from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, these competitors had 3 routes to climb. They had to do them in order. So the men had something like it's probably a hard 13D-ish, very slabby, and they did very well on that. The women actually jumped on that same climb for their 3rd route of the day, and I don't believe any of the women topped it, but got very, very close to the top. The second route for the men was a little bit steeper, and probably come in at another 13D, but a different style, steeper. And then the men had a really hard, probably 14B, the route setters were shooting for, and no tops on that, but Jesse Grouper got the highest, very close, made the last clip, didn't get to the final hold though. So he came in first in the opening round, so you're going to see him climb last tonight. For the women, Megan Lynch came in from Boston, and she won the opening round. So you're also going to see her last. We've got a lot of young guns from the local and not so local. Actually, I think probably everybody in this final came in from out of town. From New York City, from Boston, from Pennsylvania, all around. So you might see some young guns that you may know from the youth scene, and on both the men's side and the women's side. So let me give you a quick rundown of who you're going to see in the finals here. For the women, first you're going to see Lucy Smith. She's come up from Vital team in Brooklyn. Then you're going to see Jolie Abadir. If I'm not mistaken, she's from Pennsylvania. Julia Talbot from the Boston area. She's come, I think this is her third time here with us for Lead Revival. Jordan Hecker from New Jersey. She is also back for another round. She was here in 2019 when we ran that cup. Jolie Chi, young gun from, not sure if they live in New York City or New Jersey, but the Chi family, you'll see both Jolie and her brother Augie here in the finals tonight. Nora, her sister, won the 2019 Lead Revival. Did not compete today, though. Third place in the opening round for women was Olivia Hermanos. And second place, another Olivia Finn. And as I mentioned before, Megan Lynch will climb last as she won the first round of 3 climbs. For the men's side, we had a tie in 8th place, so Austin Hoyt will climb first, and Cash Burton from CRG Hadley, he came in, we used the geometric mean of scoring, so they didn't have the exact same scores on the climbs, but the way the math worked out, they had the exact same percentages. So after those two, the 7th place competitor will be Adam Shahara, also down New York City, New Jersey area. Eli Smith, 6th place. He is from Vital, Brooklyn. Augie Chi, as I mentioned before, he finished in 5th. Young gun, I think he's an A category climber now. 4th place was Brian Squire. He's a junior category. Climbs very strong, does well at the national cups, and he podiumed last time, 2019. He podiumed here for us at the Lead Revival. Will Moss, 3rd place. Will's out of LIC, Long Island in Brooklyn, Long Island climbing, and he actually just put up the hardest route on trad at the Gunks, which is very local to him. Gunks is an incredible trad climbing location. Patrick Daly finished in 2nd, and Jesse Grouper, as I mentioned before, did the best in the first round. Jesse has podiumed for here at the Lead Revival in 2018 and 2019, and he's just a great guy to have coming back each time. All right, here we go with Austin. He's coming right out to tie in. Let me mention some of our sponsors. I see Austin has a Beta Labs bag on his back. Beta Labs came in at the last second for us as a sponsor and sent us some chalk bags. Really excited to have Beta Labs as a sponsor. I already mentioned the flat holds, a final sponsor for one of the routes, and Legacy Ascension, final sponsor for the women's blue holds. These are incredible holds. We have had them for 2 years. We got them just before what was going to be the 2020 Lead Revival. They were going to be our sponsors then. That comp was scheduled to happen on April 4th of 2020 and didn't happen. So we've been fortunate to be playing with these holds for 2 years in all of our sets, and finally got them up on the wall here in the finals, and we're super excited about how these routes came out. Some of the gear sponsors for the recreational, the intermediate, and the advanced categories, they got swag from Trango, from Butora, from Maxim, and from Friction Labs. Actually, Friction Labs is the crowd's gonna be real excited tonight, getting tons of Friction Labs chalk thrown out to them. I don't know if you'll be able to overhear the MC through the live stream, but she'll be tossing out some swag for these guys in the crowd. All right, Austin Sykes is ready to go. All right, so these climbers are allowed to climb starting any way they choose. There's no start holds for these climbs. Austin hears the crowd calling out to him, and he's excited about that. It's always good to have some noise from the crowd. Helps keep these competitors psyched. It's a nice heel hook clip, and swing the heel to the other side. Quite a shouldery move. Wow, nice. Good save, good save. He's got himself in quite a position there. Let's hope he can make that clip. Nicely done, getting creative. We like to see creativity. Outsiders do their best to make the holds to set the sequence, but you never know what these climbers are going to come up with. Oh, he was thinking about sticking his finger right in that hole in the bolt hole, which is allowed, but I wouldn't do it. Tell it's starting to get a bit pumped. Those holds, big holds, are big, but they're not great. A little desperation now, and he's off. Good show for Austin. Good show. All right, we are ready for Lucy Smith, and she is up and on the route. Grab a drill and pull that. When is alone? All right, Lucy, let's see. See if she comes up with the bit. Ooh, that was iffy there, but she caught it. She's good. Little traverse section. Start the climb for the women. I'm going to get into these incredible legacy pinches. Oh, doesn't quite like those ones. Good time to make the clip, and here we go. Our outsiders extended those draws a little bit, keep it on route, keep them safe. Make sure there's not too much rope drag, as these routes do wander quite a bit. This women's route is over 40 moves long. Good effort by Lucy, good effort. Cash Burton up next. He's 15. I believe he's out of CRG Hadley. Does very well in the USA climbing scene for the youth. I think he's a youth A. If I'm not mistaken, I think he won divisionals for his category in area 9, region 9, 90. All right, we asked these guys some questions beforehand while they were in ISO about their climbing, and Cash asked him what he thinks about when he's climbing, and he says nothing. He just lets his mind go blank and just do the route. Doesn't hear a thing. I know this crowd's gonna get loud for him. He climbs 3 or 4 days a week. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. And I tell you, that holds very slopey, and that is not a giveaway move. The next climber is going to be Jolie Abadir. As I mentioned, I believe she is out of Pennsylvania. Jolie is 14, so she is she's got no fear on the wall, so she says she's never afraid of heights, and all she thinks about is how far she is from the top. So clip down. Found a good stance, gonna make a high clip off that hanging draw. You will notice competitive climbers often like to clip as soon as they can. That's what I've noticed anyways. They'll reach up high, make that clip, and say if they have any sort of decent stance. She's got a split going on a little bit wide for her, but she doesn't seem too uncomfortable. Oh, a little tenuous move, but she made the catch. She had a peek back for the clock. They do have a clock back behind them. 6 minutes is what they have to do their route. That was a little long reach for her. Probably didn't have to jump, but didn't bother her too much. These draws that hang a little lower are a little tougher to clip. They move around a lot more than your standard draw on the wall. So if you see them fiddling with that, you'll know why. Bumping through that triple stack. Oh, nice, nice. Boy, when she said she wasn't afraid, she is. She ain't kidding. See that blue X up there? That means she's got to clip that high draw from that hold. And you'll know why if she moves past there. Makes that clip, and you'll see she's got to traverse down and around that volume from there. Hanging on to it, hanging on to it. She's looking for a knee bar in there. She might find a little knee scum. Yeah, I think she did find a little bit of a rest. Ah, waves to the crowd. She must be comfortable in there. There's a little foot chip on the top of that volume. Wow. I will tell you, the outsiders didn't expect that grabbing that foot chip. But she made it work on the same position anyways. She is a seasoned competitor. I could tell just by knowing she's finding these rests. Oh, barely hanging on to that. Oh, and she's off. That is quite a slopey hold. What a great show, though. For 14 years old, she climbed quite high. Seemed to be having a great time and climbing with confidence, which is always a great thing. Adam Shihara steps up next for the men. Adam's also from the New York, New Jersey area. See, he's also got a Beta Labs bag on the back of chalk bag. Beta Labs team has got a quite a strong competitive group. Looks like he and Austin maybe have shared beta in that initial preview, both starting at the same spot. Wow, that's it. He's attacking this route. Throw caution to the wind and just go for it. Seemed to be his MO. Three points on that big boy. A little spin around. Feeling good. Make that clip. He's looking real strong. Doesn't seem to be getting tired at all. Little shake, and he's going to keep moving quick. Little stem. Nice drop knee there. A little bit of a rest. It's a big move out. Oh, nice catch. Nice catch. That is a solid move there. Finds a knee scum, maybe even a rest. We'll see how good it is for him. It's kind of a so-so knee rest, knee bar. Great showing. Nice showing for Adam. High on this route. Next up, Julia Talbot. As I mentioned, Julia's been here for the two previous lead revivals. I believe she made finals in both of them. Still climbing the Boston area. I believe she's one of the coaches on the Metro Rock team. I could be wrong about that. Nice rose move. Seasoned competitor read the rose move. Trying to get some blood back in those arms. Found a little knee scum in there. These seasoned competitors, they know where to look for any sort of rest they can. Any sort of knee bar you can find, it's going to give you a little rest, even if it's just a scum and not a total lock-in. Oh, a foot slip on the volume. Early fall for Julia. She's not happy about that. She knows she could have done better. But you gotta do everything right to hold it together on these routes. Eli Smith, 18 years old, coming up from Vital, Brooklyn. He's tall. He can grab that high side pull right away. As we mentioned before, there are no start holds. So whatever you want to start on and grab, that's fine. You'll see the competitors do it all different ways. Very comfortable clipping. That was a super smooth clip. Used his wingspan. Oh! His wingspan worked for him for a second. I think that upside down was just a bit more of a show. I don't think he needed to flip upside down, but nonetheless, we are safe and back on the ground. Great catch from Whitman. Whitman is our belayer for the men. Member here at the Edge Half Moon. We had a great morning session with climbers of all abilities and tons of volunteers helping out. Members were able to volunteer for their entry, so there were a couple rounds. As I mentioned before, the open and the intermediate climbers climbed from 10 to 1 in the morning, or 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if they volunteered in that session, then they got to climb in the afternoon session. So if you were an advanced climber and you wanted to climb for free, you climbed in. You volunteered in the morning and climbed in the afternoon. Just a little way to get the crowd, get the members involved in helping out and climbing. Give them a chance to climb. Okay, on the wall, Jordan Hecker, 19 years old, in the New Jersey area. She was here 2019 for the Lead Revival, and I believe made finals then as well. trying to read what that block hold is all about. It's a little mini jug she's on there, but it's blocked by another less deep hold. So you don't got the whole jug. You just have a corner of it, and you see she's got just a few fingers in there. Crosses up to the pinch. They feel that next pinch, and she's just going to go with it and make the clip. It's all right for her. Those two to her right that she just passed her a little bit on the slopey side. She made one of them work for a clip, though. Into that triple stack, bump straight through to the end. Gonna throw that heel hook and work up to another legacy pinch. That's the biggest one in the set. She saw that blue X and looked for the X she's supposed to clip. That's above her, the hanging draw. She sees it now. Making the clip over her head and gonna make that swing down. Not a terrible release. She's trying to find a knee bar, but doesn't quite fit in there. So I think she's gonna move right on. Trying to kick over. Wrestling with that pinch. That's flat on both sides. That's not a jug at all. Oh, also look up, and she's out. Looked to use that foot chip on the volume. It was not good enough for her, and off she went. Good show, though. Good show. Thank you guys for joining us on the live stream. If you have found our live stream, then you have found our YouTube channel. And also on our YouTube channel, you may have seen the preview routes for this morning's climbs, at least for the open and the advanced climbers. So if you wonder what the morning looked like for those routes, you can just go up on our YouTube channel and watch the route setters climb those climbs. The competitors got those climbs the night before, last night, or so they got them last night, and we're able to get an idea of what the routes were going to look like. Here goes Augie Chi, 15 years old. He climbs at Method, which is a bouldering gym in Newark, New Jersey. I haven't been there yet, but I hear it's phenomenal. As I mentioned, his sister Nora won the 2019 lead revival here. Reads the route well with 3 points on that big guy to make the turnaround. Oh, and he finds in the toe hook. He's going to try to take a little rest, take a little weight off with that toe hook. Sets a heel back in to reach up the next big guy and make the clip. Well done. That heel is solid. The top of that hold he's on is not super. It's rather slopey, but where he's at now seems to be the best spot for that position. Not going to hang out there too long. Gonna go right up into those pinches on the volume. Skips the higher one, just bumps right up, make the clip. how he does this. Dive to the right. Oh, almost keeps his foot on. Oh, loses it just at the end. We'll see how the judges score that, whether they gave him control or not. For those that aren't quite as familiar with scoring for route climbing, you get points for each hold you move to. You control the usable surface, which is where the route setters intend you to grab. You get a point for that hold. And if you move towards the next hold but don't quite catch it, you get a plus, which is really helpful in breaking ties. So it's almost a half a point, you might say. Up next, another Chi. Jolie Chi, or JoJo, as most know her to be. She's 13 years old. JoJo's ready to go. Spencer Natman is her belayer. Another member here at the edge. Music's getting real loud in here for JoJo. Making that clip from the split. She reads the Rose move. Settles into that little mini bucket. Up into the pinches. And it's going to settle back down to make that clip. The better pinch the one she's on than the one she's going to. She goes right through that triple stack all the way to the end. Doesn't even bother with the other two. Quickly moves up to that next hold. A little flatter is easier to grab, obviously. Great footwork. It's going to help her rest there a second. Up to the blue X hold, and she's going to get up real high and make that clip. Floats down. Everybody's looking for that knee scum. They must have talked about it in final, in the preview. I don't think she fits in there for the knee bar. I can't tell from this angle. I'm behind her. Reaches out for the crimp, steps across into the corner. It's going to be, if she can settle in, a bit of a rest. There she goes. She finds the position. Nearly no hands. You see pushing up the bottom of that hold. It's all she needs to stay on. Oh, she does no hands for a second. That stance is just in cut enough, into the corner enough that you can tuck your body in and get a little rest. Grabs a crimp. She's up onto the big sloper. Doing well. Boy, she's close to the top. She may have enough. She may have it in her. Oh, very high on this route. Well done. Incredible climbing by JoJo Chi. She's got to be happy with that performance. We are rolling right through. Brian Squire is up next. 17 years old, out of Hadley. Central Rock Hadley is where he climbs normally. Brian was out here in 2019 for the Lead Revival. He podiumed, I believe it was third. A second to chalk up before he releases. Brian's going to double clip here. That is a move that a lot of competitor climbers are comfortable with. They find a spot where they can reach 2 clips, and if it's good enough stance for 1 clip, might as well make both of them. I think he reads this as a tough move, so he put a second to breathe and chalk out before he goes for it. He's able to keep his feet on and set that knee bar. A little bit of a rest. Knee bar seems good enough for him. Probably not take both hands off, but at least to get a shake out. He's got 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. He probably knows he's got plenty of time to make the last 5 or 6 moves, so he's going to rest up for a bit. This top boulder problem, quite intense. Takes a look at the clock just to make sure, see how long he can rest for. Ready to give it a go. Set the heel hook. pretty decent hold, good enough to clip off of with that heel hook. I tell you, that hold his left hand is on is not great. Rather awful, but it's enough to, smoothly goes to that right hand, grabs the left. He's got one more move, see if he can top this route. Yes, and he does. Solid, solid. Great climbing by Brian. Now he's just going to have to see if that's going to hold up. As we mentioned, he did finish in 4th. So there are 3 other men. Should any of them top that route, they would be higher placed than Brian. But we knew he was one of our stronger competitors coming in, so not too surprised that Brian did very well on that route. Olivia Hermanos steps up next. She climbed very well this morning. One of 2 women to top the first route that they had this morning. You see a Beta Labs bag on Olivia's back as well. Quite a tall climber. We had Jojo Chi, very short, and Olivia Hermanos, the next climber, very tall. Takes a quick look back at the clock. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining for her. Plenty of time. Olivia looks very calm up there, taking her time to shake out. Using her length there, makes that step across easy. Doesn't even look for the knee bar there. Oh, now she's looking for it. See if she fits. She's got obviously quite a long shin. Yeah, she fits okay. Enough for the skim and reach over. Gets up into that corner. Take a quick second to shake out. Another quick look at the clock. 2 minutes remaining for her, so plenty of time. All right, and she says it's go time. Let's see. Oh, and she's off the big sloper. Moved a little too quickly. Those slopers are devious. It's more like a dish, so you got to settle into it nice and slowly. She was looking strong. As of right now, JoJo Chi has the high point, so she has guaranteed herself at least third place, with only 2 more females remaining. Will Moss steps up next, climbs out of LIC. He's tall, so he can just reach up real high and grab those start holds up there. As mentioned before, Will recently climbed 14C on trad, putting up friend zone in the gunks. That particular roof at the gunks started out with an O-zone as an incredible hard line. Then bro zone went up, and now friend zone. He's using his length there to reach out. Real shoulder move, drops into it. Quite tall. Uses the double knee bar method to catch a rest. That is ingenious. You don't quite see that knee stack rest quite often, but when you see it, you understand how ingenious and how creative these competitive climbers are. Look back at the clock, 3:45, plenty of time. Setting those heel hooks. Drop knee there, catch a little rest for a second. Plenty tall there. Oh, his feet came off, but still hung on to it. Let's see how he fits into this knee bar. Oh, that was a no hands for him. He took his hands off briefly. He fits well in there. We want to see these climbers get real high on this route. So for the show, we occasionally give them a little rest to give them a chance to get a pump back, get some of the pump out, and give a good show for the top of the climb. So we saw the knee stack before, then there was a double knee bar just there, right there. Back to the single knee bar. Can we get a second top of this route? He's very comfortable in that position. You and I may not be, but he's very comfortable, enough to shake out all he wants. Oh, full no hands there. That's a risky maneuver in a comp where you shoot for 2,500 at first place prize. Making a run for the top and hasn't made that clip yet. He's going to climb all the way up to make the clip. Both from the entry. Tops are out. We see two tops. So he has guaranteed himself at least third place, as there are two more men to go. Big smile on his face. Excited about that route. Olivia Finn, 17 years old, up next for the women. In the morning, Olivia had the high point on their third route, the slab route for the women. Coming very smoothly on these legacy pinches. Bumps out to the triple stack all the way out. Heel hook high. Bumps that heel in to make the crossover. And the clip. Finds that blue X and makes the clip so that she can do that drop down move. Let's see if she looks for a knee bar at all, or if she just cruises right into the corner. We'll see. That step across looks enticing. There she goes, finds her little rest for the hips in the corner. Not sure if you can see it from that position, but she's just palming that crimp to stay in the corner and rest that right hand. And then when she wants to shake the left, she goes up to the sloper. Puts that palm back in, her fingertips, just enough to hold her in there. As mentioned, we want to give these competitors a little bit of a rest in there just to have all their energy for the top. I shouldn't say all their energy. Enough energy to give a good show. Cuts loose on that sloper. Very decent pinch she's on. She's going to make the clip from there. It's a long one. Oh, she's not going to reach it. Going to go for the sloper instead and keep cruising. She sees the crimp. She gets the crimp left hand, but that's not going to help her with making the clip, and she's off. So, Jolie Chi still holds high point. Just a few holds from the top. Guaranteeing Jolie Chi her at least second place. $1,250, not a bad evening work. Maybe she can hold on for the top prize. We will see. Megan Lynch, the only remaining female climber. But back to the men. Patrick Daly. Patrick takes a second to scope out the route. Patrick Daly cruising through the opening moves of this section. Cuts loose to get to that crimp and kick his foot across. Set the heel and see if he is. Ooh, he hasn't made that clip yet. Now he realizes it makes the clip. All right, that would have been quite a dangerous move. He's gonna match the crimp to come over into the big hold, cuts his feet. Oh, drops into it. And he's gonna make that clip up from there. Let's see if he finds any sort of rest or tricky maneuver there. He's just going to smear his way up to the top of that hold. That top, as I mentioned, the top is not quite as good as the dish in the bottom. He might get a little, there he goes. He finds the dish in the bottom. He's going to keep moving. Some climbers are able to find a rest hanging upside down. Some just find it better to keep moving. He's going to reach high. Bumping his feet up just a little higher before he goes for that next Gaston. Barely hanging up, and he lost it. Definitely a tough move, that Gaston. A lot of climbers let their feet cut loose there, and you more beneficial if you were able to keep your feet on, obviously, take the weight off. And Megan Lynch, our final competitor, final female competitor of the night. I believe I just heard it's her birthday. Ray Hansen, the head setter for the event. Very good friends with Megan. They gave a little high five there. Let's see if she can win herself a lead revival. She came out last year, did not take the top prize. I believe she was second. Shouldn't say last year, 2019, the last lead revival. She trains in the Boston area, I believe at CRG, probably Watertown, and the other gyms around Boston. She is a frequent climber at our competitions, both bouldering and when we hold these lead revivals. She will come out from Boston for us, or Connecticut, where I believe she went to school. Megan has on her resume a world championship. Yes, collegiate bouldering world championship. I believe 2018 in Slovenia. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Eastern Europe. She won the bouldering competition for the females. Let's see if she can top this lead revival route, give this crowd a show. Hey, I got Brian Squire coming into the booth with me. Welcome, Brian.
Yo, what's up? Oh, man. That was a super fun final route. Props to Ray. This girls' route looks sick, too.
Yeah, they're getting pretty high on them. I'm pretty excited about the separation so far. Jolie did amazingly.
No tops yet?
No tops yet. Julia's high point, that
Sick.
big sloper up under number 7.
Oh, whoa, okay. That's real close.
Yeah. She was just 2 moves from the top.
Megan was saying she wasn't feeling in shape before this comp, so we'll see how she does.
If I said it too quickly, this is Brian Squire joining me in the booth. He finished 4th in the men's opening round and topped this finals route. And his mom finished 2nd in her intermediate league
Trisha
competition.
Squire holding
Trisha
her
Squire.
title. Let's go, Megan.
Let's see if Megan gets that right foot up and finds the rest. She's going to surpass
Ooh.
it.
Using that height.
She
Megan's
may-
not super tall, but she is a little bit taller than most of the competitors.
And she's
and-
powerful too.
And
Super
she has
powerful.
a lot of fight. Megan really does well when she has to fight.
Oh, misses a crimp.
Man. It looked like that section in the middle there tired her out a little more than she wanted.
Yeah,
And just couldn't recover.
rest would have benefited her for sure.
Definitely.
But
Well,
good show, good show.
good job to Megan.
think,
And congrats to JoJo.
Yeah, yep. JoJo definitely has a high point and will win the first prize.
That's incredible. 13 years old. Or is she 14? 13?
She's 13.
13. That's crazy.
Yep. And her sister Nora won last time.
Mhm.
So keeping that big prize in the family.
Keep it in the Chi family.
I think another female did control that crimp. I don't think Ray would have given her that crimp.
I don't think so either. So 3rd place for Megan.
Could be a 3rd place finish for Megan.
I don't know if you mentioned it already, but it is Megan's birthday today.
Yeah, I did hear that.
The big 24.
$650, not a bad birthday
Not
present.
a bad birthday at all. Now we got Jesse Grouper rocking the mushroom tank.
I didn't even notice that.
Jesse is off to Europe for a couple months after this comp, competing in the World Cup circuit. So good luck to him. Jesse also just moved out to Salt Lake City, so he's been climbing at the training center, trying to get that bouldering game up a little bit.
Jesse's a super fun competitor to have come out to the climbs, to the
Absolutely.
competitions. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
I think he's been here every year, right?
Yes, he has. Yep, podiumed every year.
Good for him. Jesse is such a joy to watch climb. He's just so flowy and smooth.
Absolutely.
Everybody should want to climb like Jesse Grouper. This move was pretty awkward. Definitely didn't flow. Ooh, clipping off the volume. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's
there's no hold or
impressive clip.
crimp or anything. He's just
No.
holding the volume.
And coming out of this heel was pretty tricky too.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel very natural.
3 points
but-
on, drop down, spin around.
Yeah. In lead climbing, you never really want to go all points off, but sometimes you have to force it. And skip that first rest too. But getting a little bit back on this one, it looks like. Although I'm sure he's not pumped yet.
Jesse is a master of finding rest positions and getting power back. Brian, what was your favorite first round climb?
I think yellow. I'm a little mad I didn't get to get a little higher on it. I fell a little before I wanted to, or before I was pumped. So I'm probably going to try to hop back on it after the comp to see how I do.
Nice.
A little redemption. Jesse's got about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, so looking good on time.
See if he can keep his feet on for this. I'm sure he will. He hates cutting loose.
Yeah.
Oh, he cut loose anyways.
I wonder how much he'll milk this knee bar.
Yeah, we'll see.
It was really good, so I would imagine he milks it a little bit, but if he's not pumped, he might just go.
He's checking the clock there.
Still got about 3 minutes left, so not going to have an issue with time. Jesse has been known to run the clock down many occasions, though. Interestingly, going to the high crimp on that. I think that's just a clip, though. Coming back into the knee bar. Looking super relaxed.
Where'd you clip this one? From the next sloper on the right?
Got the next sloper and then got a heel hook where his left hand is right now. The top section's pretty hard, but it's not terrible if you just keep moving. I think you want to just pick a solution and just go with it, and you should be okay if you're not super pumped. Now he's on the move. Let's
Ready
see.
to go. Let's see, Jesse.
Yeah, he's just going for it. Good. So now I think he's going to match this top one, get his left hand out, and just go for the finish. The finish is pretty good, so I don't think he'll have an issue if he gets to it, but you never know. Ooh. And he's got it.
He got
Foot
it.
on.
Well done, Jesse.
Congrats to Jesse.
Well done. Third trip out is a charm. Finally topped a route. Finally won the comp. That should pay for a plane ticket or two to Europe.
It should, yeah.
Or maybe just one in these
That'll
days.
cover a couple months out there. All right. Well, I'm going to go congratulate Jesse. It was fun commentating.
All right, thanks, Brian. All right, so we got Jesse Grouper as the winner of the 2020-2022 Lead Revival. Second place for the men would be William Moss. And third place, my guest that just departed, Brian Squire. Second podium finish in a row for Brian Squire. As you saw, JoJo Chi had high point for the women. Unfortunately, I can't recall and don't have right in front of me who grabbed that crimp above the sloper for I do remember they grabbed it with the left hand and probably got themselves a second place finish. And then third place would be Megan Lynch, who didn't quite control that crimp above the sloper. And I appreciate y'all tuning in for the Lead Revival 2020 here at the Edge Half Moon. As I mentioned before, if you are on our YouTube channel, as you are, then you can check out the preview climbs for the morning sessions. You'd probably enjoy those climbs. Aside from that, I want to give a quick shout out again to our sponsors, Legacy Holds, Legacy Ascension. Those blue holds the women are on. Incredible hold company. Super fun holds to set with. Their slopers, their pinches. Just amazing. Jugs. Jug sets are cool too. Anyway, Legacy Ascension. Incredible holds, flat hold for those pink routes. That pink route there. Large holds, small holds. I really enjoy their electric flavor series, as well as these Creature of Comforts that they were on today. And Maxim ropes. We get all of our gym ropes from Maxim, both top rope, and these guys are going to win some lead ropes from Maxim as well. They're a good sponsor, great company. Bootura, great climbing shoe. They sent out some shoe certs that went to some prizes earlier this morning. They also are associated with 8B Plus, the chalk and chalk bag company. Sent out a bunch of chalk for every podium finisher goes home with 8B Plus chalk. Friction Labs sent out prizes to be thrown to the crowd, so they are psyched to be getting some solid chalk as well. I shouldn't say solid, I should say fluffy. They've got 3 different blends of chalk, so some are fluffy.
They do farewells and announcements.
And Trango, also a great sponsor. A bunch of competitors who podiumed earlier this morning are going home with the Squid, which is their unclipped stick clip thingamajig, as well as rope bags, rope tarps, I should say.
We should be ready to do results right after this, right? Okay.
But for now, thank you guys. I'm going to sign off. Hope you guys tune in again or come out to the next competition here at the Edge Half Moon. Signing off. Thank you again. If you're still on, we're going to at least leave this live stream running for the prizes, so you'll be able to see that. Hang on. Stay tuned for that. Maybe a bit of a break, not too long though.
was an amazing event. We had a lot of fun. The finals were super fun to watch. We had a really, really good crowd. So shout out to all you guys for that. Thank you. We'll get rolling in a second. have a Courtney Garden? No? Alright. 0 for 1. In second place for women's rec, we have Monica Mott. And in first place for women's rec, we have Kristen. And for men's rec, in third place, we have Ben Little. And in second place, we have Aiden. And in first place, we have Dylan Burrow. Alright, moving on to women's intermediate. In third place, we have Lexi Rosen. In second place, we have Trisha Squire. And in first place, we have Sage Allen. For men's intermediate, in third place, we have Jackson G. Second place, we have David Harmanos. And in first place, Brian Willett. Moving on to women's advance. In third place, we have Izzy Roderick. In second place, we have Hannah Smith. Yeah, that's good. And in first place, we have Abby Henley. And for the men, in third place, we have Silas Cloak. In second place, we have Matt Sheep Nauman. And in first place, Andrew Schuster. Alrighty, moving on to open, which I'm gonna have you guys, top 6 are all gonna stay up here and stand for some pictures. In 6th place, for the men, Austin Point. In 6th place, Amici. My apologies. In 5th place, we have Patrick Bailey. In 4th place, Adam Shahar. In 3rd place, Brian Squire. In 2nd place, Will Moss. And in 1st place, Jesse Grouper. And for the women, in 6th place, Jordan Hecker. In 5th place, Olivia Harmanos. In 4th place, we have Jolie Abadir. In 3rd place, Megan Lynch. In 2nd place, Olivia Finn. And in first place, following a last time performance from her older sister, 13-year-old JoJo Chi. Let's have an extra round of applause for all of our opening finalists. Now, I just want to thank everybody one last time for coming out. You guys have been awesome. So, have a safe trip home. Drive safe. Don't take chances.